Okay, so welcome everybody to Let's Create. Today we're going to draw a super cool, super easy chalk drawing of the Aurora Borealis. And as I'm going along, if anybody wants, has a question or wants me to stop, just chime in and we'll slow down. But it's super, super easy now. The Aurora Borealis, which is sometimes hard to say, is super cool. From December to March, you can see it mostly in the Northern Hemisphere. Alaska is one of the best places to see it, but Iceland, Scandinavia, the Yukon, and the lights just look so beautiful. It's um, really cool to see, and it lends itself to a very, very cool drawing. So you're going to have your kit with you, I hope. Do you guys have your kit?
Yes.
Okay, so in your kit, you're going to see that you'll have two each of the small pink papers, two each of the small blue papers. And then you're also going to have the large blue paper, like the one that's up here.
Mhm.
Now I'm starting with the large. What we tend to do in Let's Create is start with the small. That's kind of our sample one. So it's up to you, however you want. You can end up making three different drawings. So I put the big one up here so that you guys can see it better on the video. So, but this is the big one you'll have in there. You also have a nice little packet of chalk. And you should have a good variety of bright colors, and then you've got some white in there, and that should make, now these are drawing chalks. They're different than what you would get for a sidewalk chalk. So make sure if you draw on the sidewalk, it will stay, and I learned that firsthand. So if you use it as sidewalk chalk, it's gonna take a good 6 months to come off the sidewalk. So
Wow.
yeah, they're very intense. So just make sure you use them on here. So first step, I started to get my chalk out, but what we really want to do is make our mountains. Now what we're going to do is we're going to make a template. Now I've got the bigger paper, but you're going to use your little paper. And you're just going to cut out, and I'm going to hold it up so you can see. Now, you're going to cut your paper longwise in half. And this way, you can have two templates for whatever you're doing. You're going to make a total of three. So then you're going to have this with your little one. Actually, since we're, let me do that too. With your little one, you can fold it in half or just cut it. It doesn't have to be perfect because your mountain tops are not going to be perfect. So cut it in half so that you got this. And then, does everybody have scissors? I'm gonna keep going. No, that's okay. You're just gonna cut just the mountain shapes. Coming out of camera range, but it's just something like that. It does not have to be perfect. Now I'm gonna cut my long one while you guys are cutting.
Chris, can you hold up your sample? The little
Absolutely.
sample? Yeah, Aiden was,
Absolutely.
there you go.
Yeah, Aiden, it does not, see how mine's not perfect? They're not exactly even. That actually will make them look more like real mountains. So don't worry if they're not perfect. I think I hear cutting. I'm gonna cut my long one. You guys take your time. Okay. I ended up only with 3 on my big one, but that's okay. That'll look very cool. Okay. I'm just getting my tape ready. How you guys doing?
I think okay.
Okay.
So is there two to layer them? Is that why there's two?
There's 2 because it can get a little chalky, and then this is a very
Like a waxy?
strong chalk. It's not waxy, but it's just very strong. So rather than using the same template on all your pieces, I just gave you one so you'd have 2.
Got it.
So you just need to use 2 on the one we're doing today.
So let's cut this one. So we both need 2. Oh, but look what you can do. You can turn this side.
Now, when you have some, do you guys have some tape?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna tape, and it doesn't have to, again, you don't want it too much tape because you're gonna take it off eventually. This is just your template to just, so where you're gonna line it up along the bottom of your paper, just like that. Let's see if I can. Just line it along the bottom. Doesn't have to be perfect. See, some of my blue is sticking out, but that's okay. Because this is how we're gonna make our mountains and how we're gonna have the Aurora Borealis. Maybe I should just start calling it Northern Lights.
Mhm.
All right, you guys good?
I think so.
Okay. So now the next one is the easy part. Takes probably the longest, but you're just gonna take your bright colors. I've got some bigger chalk just so it would see on the camera, but you've also got these cool. I actually like these ones here. These are some very bright colors. So you're gonna take them and start. Now the key is to come from the bottom to the top, because if you're coming this way, you might get more in your mountains. Now this is good chalk for wiping off of paper. So you can take a tissue and wipe off what gets in there if you like. But if you go from the top to the bottom to the top, then you don't have to worry about that as much, okay? So you're just I'm gonna do a little bit and then you guys can start
Okay.
you go along with me. And just add some bright colors in there and you can go all the way to the top. And you can squiggle them in. You can make some go over here with different colors because then you'll add the other ones all together. So I just started with a little bit of orange. And I do like this blue. Let's see how it shows up over here. It's hard to see here, so maybe what I'll do is I'll just, yeah, that blue does not want to show up. Let's try a different blue. There, this one's better. So if you happen to have one that's a little dark for your paper, it shouldn't be. I thought I picked all the ones that would show up nice. But if you have one that doesn't, just grab a different color. And if you blend it a little, it tends to start to look a lot more realistic, like what you would see.
Orange, pink, the blue, and start like she's doing. Go from the bottom up.
Now, of course, I can't see you guys, but you'll have to bring it into the library so I can see how you did.
Sure. Oh, like later, not today. Yeah. So just like she's saying, so you're coloring the sky right now.
Exactly, yeah. And you can I've seen pictures of multiple rainbow colors. I've seen it all green, whatever you prefer.
Like this.
And we're gonna outline it too, outline our mountains when we're done. So if it does go underneath, like I just did, don't worry about it at all. Chalk is one of the easiest and most forgiving mediums, really. Unless, of course, you do it on the sidewalk, of course.
Yeah, I was just thinking I should probably get a piece of paper for underneath.
Yeah, I thought about that with the wall, and I'm hoping this is made to be a wipe-off wall, I hope. I got a little bit lighter orange, that's kind of cool. And everybody has a little variety in there. I wanted to spread it out to everybody. So, and you can do the whole sky. You can go back in with some of the darker blue if you have one of those for your edges. So it kind of looks like it's ending into the sky, you know, because it doesn't cover the whole sky. Sometimes I hesitate to get on the edge there. Otherwise, I'll be cleaning this wall all night. How you guys doing?
I think so far so good.
I'm gonna wipe off my hands because they're getting a little messy. It does come off of hands much better than it comes off of sidewalks.
Mhm. Two pairs you got. You can use these two.
And see how you can blend it in with some of the other colors, because it does. The darker colors will take some of the brighter colors, and it gives it that look like a real sky. Oh, I found a purple. Let's see how that looks. That's kind of cool. Okay.
Now, should we blend with our fingers?
You can totally blend with your fingers, or you can take a tissue.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, if you don't want to get it all over your fingers, you can take a tissue and just kind of blend. Now, the tissue is going to take some of it off. So you know what? I'm thinking I may go with my fingers because the tissue tends to pull more of it off than your fingers will.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't mind getting a little bit messy, you can just blend it in here.
We're at home. We can go right to the bathroom and wash them off.
Exactly. I'll be here the rest of the night with the chalk on my hands. No, it'll come right off. Hands are easy. So that's right. You're just gonna blend. Now I was reading up. I didn't bring any with me here. I didn't want to make a mess, but you can use, there's Mod Podge sprays. There's all sorts of different kinds of sprays, but hairspray, just an aerosol of hairspray, just a light coating will kind of set it. Once it's where you want it to be. If you don't want it to come apart, because this one here has been sitting as the sample, and I can see it's getting a little dull because it's been in and out of a folder. I didn't spray that, but if you spray it, it'll hold the color.
Oh, cool.
And then when you're handling it, it won't keep coming off. All right, so you guys good? You ready for our mountains?
Sure. I think.
Okay.
You ready?
All right. Are you having fun, Aiden?
Yeah.
Good. All right, now we're gonna take this off gently, pull it off. You see, even I got a little bit of the dust in here, but that's okay.
I would take a tissue and do like Mama did and just blend it.
All right, I'm gonna cut this one here. All right,
Just with a finger.
still blending?
Yeah, he hadn't blended his yet, but there we go.
That's okay. That's all right. Take your time.
Then like she's saying, you can put more colors in if you want. It's pretty. Okay, go ahead, take it out.
It even looks cool without our outline. It kind of just looks, you can tell what it's supposed to be, but once we outline it, it's gonna look even better.
We'll let her wait till she tells you what to do.
All right, so you're gonna find your white chalk and you're going to outline. It's first you just kind of draw the mountains from where, oops, see if this one's working. All right, so you're just gonna go along. Oh, I've got a really not good piece of chalk. There it goes. So can you see, you're just go along. Most mountains are snowy on the top too, anyway. So just go along and outline them with your white chalk. And it got a little messy with mine, but that's okay. All right, you guys see that?
Uh-huh.
Looks pretty. And then you can put some snow on your mountaintops too. So you can add a little bit of snow. Try not to make it too even because then it'll really look like snow. So this one has a lot of snow. Maybe this one just has a little bit. sometimes by doing that too, you can make it look a little further back. If this has just a little, it kind of gives the illusion of this one's further behind. And you can even add, oops, I added the wrong one. You can add a little snow, a little outline with this one, and then they will really make that one look like it's a further away mountain. Pull this one down a little bit too, maybe. And then you can see that that one looks like he's far behind.
Oh, yeah.
Looking good?
Yeah.
Awesome. I dropped my chalk. I wonder if this will look a little better. The chalk that you guys have, I think is a little better than what I had pulled out. Yeah, that's a lot better.
My color don't come out.
And you can even still blend with these. Make that snow kind of come down and really look like it's mountaintop. What I'd probably do is make the tip a little more defined and then spread some of that white down. You guys doing good?
Yeah. So far.
Awesome. Now then you can add your snow. Now I kind of made my mountains a little big, but so they're going to be closer to us, but you can still, you can see in this one I did it a little better. I kind of raised it up. And this one I came down a little too far, but you can add your snow along the bottom. So my mountains are just going to look like they're closer, like we're closer at the bottom of the mountain in this one. Let's see. Can I do it left-handed?
Well, that's the good thing for doing the little draft, because then we can, if we do the bigger one, we can learn from our.
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, this one, it's going to be a little tight. I won't be able to put quite as much snow because I made the mountains a little too close. So maybe when you do your big one, maybe raise that mountain up a little bit so you're leaving a little bit of the blue underneath so that you can have a further away mountain. Okay. Again, you can blend a little bit. What we could do. It does come off, so maybe what I can do is put some trees here. And that'll give it a little more further away depth. How you doing, guys? I wish I could see your paintings. That's my favorite part of this, is seeing everybody's painting. So I hope if you guys have time, you can take a picture or bring it into the library.
Yeah, if we
So
had your
now-
number, I could text you.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Well, we're recording this, so I don't want to put my text out
Yes.
there, but we'll get it. We'll get it for sure. All right, so you got all your snow. How you doing, Aiden?
Good.
Good. Okay. Now you can decorate this however you want. I kind of like the trees, and then you can even add some snow, and I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to add a couple trees down here. You can just take your green, and we've done trees before, and let's create. The pine trees are so easy. You're just going to kind of make, I'm going to try to make mine a little darker than normal so you can
The
see it.
purple for the brown.
What is it?
Oh, that just, is that brown? I think that was the brown.
See how you make a little triangle, and you make it a little bigger as you go down, and just keep going. You get to the ground. And in the ground, you can already see some of the snow is blending in, and actually that's what we want it to do. We're going to add a little snow to the top with our chalk. And just follow the branches like you had. Mine's a little messy because I want you guys to see it. So I'm making it a little dark.
Aiden made a palm tree.
A palm tree is even better. I love it. Awesome. Oh, very cool. I like it. A palm tree with the mountains and the snow. It's perfect. You can make a Christmas tree. You can make whatever you want.
I guess, well, we did live in Los Angeles with the mountains, so we had mountains. And palm trees, I guess.
Mountains and palm trees. Yes. Oh, I bet you that was absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna add one more tree while you guys are still drawing. See, if you put your background ahead of time, you don't even have to do much blending on the bottom of your tree because it's already got the snow. Now we kind of made a mess of the white, adding it to here. So you just wipe that off with a tissue when you're ready to do your next drawing, so you don't get a lot of green in your snow. Just wipe it off with a tissue. That's not bad. Oh, I really wish I could see you guys. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Good.
What's the one?
Yep. Me too.
Shows how bigger than mine.
Because I did it harder.
That's awesome. And see, it is pretty simple. Pretty simple.
And it's also fun just to see a different technique and then to, you know,
This is abstract.
to do something else like afterwards or whatever. It's just neat. So something we don't, it's not something we normally do. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. And this being the first one that we did as a Zoom, I wanted to make sure it was something easy we could send a kit for. But we've got some little cups, so we're planning on some kits with paint too. So. So did you like it, Aiden?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you guys and see your pictures. And I guess that's it. I hope we did. We probably didn't take very much time, did we?
No, it's not even 30 minutes, 20 minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes. Okay. All right. Did anybody else sign in? Is it just the three of us? Just us. So we don't have to continue on. If you guys are done, you guys can work on your second and third one on your own, but I still want to see them.
Yeah, we'll bring them in.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you
Chris.
so much for coming. Take care,
Yeah.
guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good to see you guys. Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.